record the this is the setting up of the character onto the studio library. So first I would create a folder. I would call this maybe I would name it advanced, maybe advanced Tom. I'll call it Tom then. So instead of advanced, I'll just call it Tom. So now I have a clean Tom folder. So next I want to select, I will put R on the layer Joe, and I will want to select the controls, including the locator, minus the bottom one. It's too selected. Maybe this way. So I don't want the bottom one selected. And do I want the source selected? Let me think. Do I want? Yes, I'll keep the source selected then. Okay. Next, I want to go plus a bind post. Let's see if I have any errors with the source selected. I'll click on this and name it Tom bind post. So that would create the Tom bind post. And another one I want to create a selection set. I'll click on this again. Tom controls. So this button will help select all the controls if I need to, and then save. So so if I click outside the window and Tom is not selected, I just need to click here and then apply. Then it will select all the controllers for Tom except this one. So next thing I want to do is to create the mirror table. So the mirror table is important if if I'm doing a run cycle and I need to mirror the pose. This would comes in helpful. If not, you can always go back to your bind pose and say go to frame 0 and set the go to bind pose and set the mirror pose. And this is Tom mirror. So an important thing to take note to see if your mirror pose is working is you want to see that on the left side there's a certain number of controllers selected, meaning there's a number here, and then right side there's a number selected here. So on the right side, also on this hand, there's 44 because there's locators. There are the rings on the FK arm, and then on the right side, whoop, it's on the other way around. I thought it would be the other way around. Because this is the left side, this is the right side. But in any case, this shows that the controllers are selected, and it should be able to do mirroring if you need to. And then I'll just click save. And now I will create the mirror setup. So now this is all you need before you go into animating. So the bind pose, the control sets, the selection sets, and the mirror. And then after that, once you start animating, you could say, uh, for example, um, so this selection, um, so I have an animation. I could select Let me select the select all the controls. I could save out this whole animation by going to plus animation. So now this had the idle slash. This is the animation. It's 200 frames by one. Now you'll save the animation clip. So if I hover over the icon, you'll see that it's kind of it has the animation saved in here. So if I need to reuse it, whichever, if it's just scratching his head, if it's pulling, scratching on his arm, I have the animation saved here, and I'll show you where I can. Let me see if it's saved onto the. Let me save this first. Let me open and close this. If I So the animation I saved earlier is saved onto this other uh library that I created earlier. So I can the only problem is I don't have the same selection. Let's see if it works. Let me select selection, apply, and let me go to 0. So this is I don't have the animation here yet, but I already have the animation saved in the library. Let me go apply this from see if it works. Did it work? Uh-oh, I guess not. Oh, no. So 1 to 42. I'll click apply to frame 1. Oops. So the animation works. Problem is I on in the last in the other Maya file I had this hand as an IK, and also I need to change something that I forgot. So when you guys animate for games, usually it's 30 frames per second, which I think was it Josh you mentioned earlier, and I forgot to change. So scroll to time slider and set this to uh 30 frames per second. And then play back 30 frames and save. So you know this kind of broke because this idle animation, the hand was an IK. Is an IK hand. Well, this one is an FK hand. Oh no. Let's see if I switch it to FK would if it works. This key break all this. Delete selected. Uh U IK control. View. It still doesn't work because the parent is set to a different place, but we can move it back because we parented our sword to the hand. So we can technically just move this here. And hopefully that will work. Oops, not quite. What happened? Let's fix this quickly. This is ah the because this is onto let me delete this. Let me move this out and have this constraint to the hand. Yeah, now it worked. So all this came from basically I was using the rig, a different rig sort of. It's the same character, but the animation was saved onto the IK hand. And now in this case, I had an FK hand. That's why and then I have a different constraint set up. So I had to fix that in order to use the same animation on the body and the hand and the sword. So it's not a big deal, but it just had to re-engineer some of the constraint. Uh, so this is